Well, if you hadn't noticed, downtown Biloxi has a new seafood restaurant right there on Lemieux Street. It's called Catch 110. Anna McCoy is the general manager. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, what is it about Catch 110 that really sets you guys apart from all the other seafood offerings in South Mississippi?
So Catch 110 kind of takes all of the traditional coastal cuisine that you like and kind of puts a fresh new spin on it. We also have steamer platters that nowhere else on the coast locally serves anything like that, and we have a lot of good steak dishes as well.
So when you say steamer platter, what do you mean by steamer platter?
So we have anything from snow claws to Alaskan king crab. We can do whole lobster steamed, royal red shrimp.
That looks like, and I have the menu here. There's quite a collection, quite an offering here that you have. If you're a seafood fan, you can't go wrong here with this menu.
No, definitely not. We have a little bit of everything for you to be able to choose from.
And let's talk about the ambiance a little bit. We're kind of sitting in, I guess this would be the bar area. There's some couches, one of the bar areas. There are couches here. I don't know of any place on the coast that has something exactly like this. This is really nice.
Yes, so we have a really good lounge area for the bar. So if you're on a wait and you want to have a cocktail while you're waiting for your table, or if you just want to come in after work and have a few cocktails for happy hour, this is a great spot for you to be able to come in, have some cocktails, chit chat with your girlfriends, maybe have a few appetizers while you're sitting here and kind of just get to relax.
I bet this place fills up fast.
It can. On any given day, it can kind of go from nothing to crazy.
Absolutely, and there are some beautiful views here out the windows, but you also have a really nice balcony. Should we go take a look at that?
Yes, let's
Awesome.
go.
Well, we're out here now on the balcony, and I'll tell you, first thing I notice is that there is a ton of room out here.
Right.
It's got you're not going to have folks bumping into each other, servers bumping into each other. You have plenty of room. You can still come over here to the table and have your own little moment.
Yes.
It's really
Yes.
nice for that. And of course, when it gets hot, you know, you're not so far west that you're blocked by the Hard Rock and the Beau Rivage. There's still, even right now, there's still a little bit of a breeze coming in.
Right. We're kind of blessed right here because you're not directly on the beach, so you're not just getting completely bombarded by the wind, but you have enough breeze to where you feel comfortable whenever you come out here to eat.
And there's really large ceiling fans out here too, so when that breeze eventually does die down in July or August, you have this to help.
Yes, hopefully we can make it nice to where all year long you'll be able to come out here and enjoy your meal.
Now what about, I noticed this area is kind of blocked off from all of the other parts of the dining room. Could you, if you had a large group of 20, 30, 40 people, could you reserve the space?
Absolutely. We've already had a few parties out here, and with the views and everything, and it also being blocked off from the rest of the restaurant, this would be a great place for you to have a little private party.
Absolutely. I was taking a look at your menu and I noticed we mentioned that you have from the sea, from the land,
right.
So you've got your options and proteins there. But corn and Cajun boiled potatoes, like that should be a staple here, but it's
right.
not everywhere, and it's so specific to what we do here in the South.
Yes, it kind of pairs perfectly with the steamer platters, but it's a good thing for you to be able to have. I mean, when you think of South and steamed food or seafood in general, you think of crawfish boil and those types of things, and you can't do any seafood without corn and potatoes.
I agree, 100%. And if folks are not from here, they won't know that. We're going to introduce them to that. They're going to take it home.
A little bit of butter, a little bit of Old Bay, you can't go wrong.
There you go, absolutely. So yeah, take a look. I mean, we're talking about a beautiful area. Not every restaurant on the coast has something like this to be able to offer. There's a balcony here. There's actually one over in the front of the bar area. Another space that you could reserve if you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely. Great for Mardi Gras. If you ever need somewhere for Mardi Gras, this would be a great location with all the parades.
Sure. Do people need to make that reservation? How early do they need to call ahead?
I would say as early as possible, just because it's kind of becomes a hot spot.
Yeah, right, for sure. All right, so we've seen the lounge area. We've seen the balcony area. Should we go inside, take a look at the bar?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right, Anna, we're heading into the bar. This really is kind of a focal point of what you guys do here at Catch 110. You mentioned this balcony here in the front, great for Mardi Gras parades.
Right.
Also a huge balcony.
Right.
Nice area even if it's not that time of the year, right? Like this is great for any kind of, if you have, I can imagine folks proposing out here.
Oh yeah,
It's a secluded little area, just a couple of tables, right next to the bar.
Right.
Not difficult to get drinks because you're right here, but this bar, I was talking right before we came back on camera, there's a very sophisticated look and feel to what's happening here at Catch 110. Speak to a little bit about the ambiance here.
So we tried to make it to where it's just a very welcoming coastal cuisine. We didn't want to go too overboard with it. We wanted it to just kind of feel like you're really just very welcomed on the coast, and kind of give you a piece of our culture to anybody that wants to come in.
Yeah, and of course, that goes without saying, because we're in the bar, we should probably talk about the drinks. There are some pretty fantastic drink offerings. What are some of the favorites here?
So some of the favorites I would definitely say would be our coconut key lime martini. We also have,
Hold on, coconut key lime martini?
yes.
Wow, okay.
Pairs really well with our key lime pie that we have for dessert, if you want to do a double dessert option like that.
Right now. That sounds fantastic.
We also have a caprese gimlet. We have several special old fashions that we have that you can even get smoked if that's something that you're into. And we have a great wine selection as well for both reds to whites to even a great reserve list.
Yeah, listen, I'm a huge old-fashioned fan, and any place that smokes an old-fashioned, sign me up.
Right. It's really cool too to bring it to the table and watch us smoke it, and then you got to kind of see the whole theater of behind it.
Absolutely. And I will say, taking a look at kind of the decor in the bar, there is definitely a maritime feel
right.
to the decor. And what I love about it is not, it feels a lot like home. It feels like some things I would see at home or maybe in the man cave or the she shed. And it doesn't feel like, it's definitely not like, I hate to say like cheap tourist trap kind of stuff, but like this is, when you come in here to Catch 110, it's going to feel like you're having dinner at somebody's house here on the coast. Right.
There's even some special touches, like this was made to kind of look like a ship, the way that we did it on the pour, on the two-tone and everything. Just small touches like that we try to put into it to make it seem a little bit different than everywhere else on the coast.
In addition to this beautiful atmosphere and the ambiance, you have some great appetizers. There was a crab stack that I saw in there.
Yeah, so that's probably one of our most popular dishes that we have. So basically it is tuna and crab meat and cucumbers, and we kind of stack it up, top it with some eel sauce, sriracha lime mayo, and wonton chips. And it is one of those ones that definitely in the summer, whenever it's hot outside, you want to eat 9 million of them.
Right. And then of course there's the crab cake. You can't have a seafood restaurant on the coast without a crab cake.
No, and our crab cake is something super special just because we don't put any filler or frill in it. It's literally your crab meat and some panko on top of it just to kind of give it a crust.
Perfect. So whenever you're coming to Catch 110, do you need to make reservations? Do you take reservations?
You don't need to make reservations, but it's definitely helpful if you go to Open Table and make a reservation.
All right, perfect. So listen, Catch 110, the newest seafood restaurant here in downtown Biloxi, definitely on Lemieux Street, right across the street from the Hard Rock, just down from the Half Shell Oyster Bar. Like we're in the middle of everything here in downtown Biloxi. The town green is right there. Make your reservations, go to Open Table. You see all that information there at the bottom of your screen. Phone number, website, get in there, make your reservations. You don't want to miss this. What's your favorite menu item?
I would say the margarita fish of the day.
Margarita fish of the day with the key lime pie martini?
Coconut key lime martini.
Coconut key lime martini. See, my mouth is already watering. That's it. You heard it here. Come on down to Catch 110 on Lemieux Street, Biloxi, and enjoy all the fantastic offerings that they have. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you so much.